Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to look at the NRL Fantasy and Sportsdeck team review for round 15 of the 2023 NRL season. And starting with the NRL Fantasy first, so as you can see here, a massive score in round 15, 1,089, which was good enough for top 2,000 for the round. And got us up a few thousand spots, I think just outside the top 15k. And as you can probably see from a quick glance at the team, we didn't even put out an optimal squad, which could have been even further up the ranks and whatnot. But we'll have a look at the team and how it went. So starting with Damien Cook with a 69. So great return from him. That's why he was in the captaincy sort of positions. Payne Haas, so 93, absolute massive effort from him. Isaiah Yeo, 72, he just keeps churning out those scores. We love to see it. Harry Edwards with a 33, probably wasn't the best pick for the round, but that's fine. We didn't have a better option sort of in the reserves there in that position. Jackson Ford with a 26, so I guess just sort of didn't see enough of the ball. All the play was down the Warriors' right edge, so that's what happens. Jacob Preston with the 65, he was super impressive in what was a fairly disappointing day for the Bulldogs there against the Eels. Matt Burton with the 75, so he's just going from strength to strength there in the 7 jumper. Nico Hines with what was a 62. So in the end, not too far off the vice captain score there. So a nice return from him, and I guess a nice little surprise for us this week that he's going to be eligible for selection because he has been dropped from the Origin team. Lemuelu with the 38. That's a solid base for a centre. Manu with the 39. Ditto. And then our back line, so we're sport for choice at the moment. We've got Buller with the 61, Turbo with the 79, and CNK with the 56. So that's really great from our fullback options or wing fullback options. On the bench, Harry Grant with the 91. So big bounce back from Harry. A few people might have got off and waited post Origin after his low score in round 14, but he proved the haters wrong there. Hopgood with a 49, solid as ever. Nicarima with a 48, so he's been really good for us in the last sort of 6 weeks or thereabouts that we've had him. Kalen Ponga with a 71, so again, another option at our fullback or even our half slot that would have been really nice. Fone with a 30, so I guess given his limited minutes, that's a pretty decent return. Kiraz with a 40, so I guess maybe the only one from our wing fullbacks that didn't really get many attacking stats to pump up the score. And then you can see Ruben Garrick there, so 104. So that's that stings a bit when you could have had him instead of say a Hopgood, or even probably would have kept Hopgood, but maybe a Nicarima and got another 50 points on that. But I mean, 1,089, or top 2k for the round. We can't be too upset. Alamotti with the 23. So a few errors and stuff there has really reduced his score in this format of the game, that being the NRL Fantasy game. So in terms of this week, we are in a little bit of trouble. So let's go to round 16. So Damien Cook's obviously on the bye, so we need to swap him with Harry Grant, but he's not available anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'll do it. I'll do it that way. So Fino Haas, we don't have Isaiah Yeo this week. See, because he's on the bye. We don't have Ford is on the bye. Sorry, Isaiah Yeo's not on the bye, he's in the Origin team. But Haas was on the bye even if he wasn't in the Origin team. So, we've got all these potentially eligible players, except a few of them are on Origin duty, including Tommy Turbo. So, We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The problem is we've got someone like Kale Ponga that we can't fit on the field. I mean, probably swap him and Kraz if we're being fair dinkum. But yeah, we haven't got a hooker. We're missing a middle. So we're only going to get 11 scores at the moment with the way things stand in our team. We're also very quickly running out of trades. We've only got 6 left. So got to make some tough calls, I think. And I guess what I was thinking is we get out of Jackson Ford and Cody Nikorima. I guess, in a sense, they might have done their job for us, playing through the first bye. But I think we need to upgrade. And the first player that I was thinking of, and I haven't fully researched this yet, but I think we've got to take advantage of Jake Simpkin getting some decent game time because it will give us a hooker position for this round. And then will be interesting to see, obviously, if New South Wales don't get the job done next week and then Appy's available for selection. He might be very useful covering round 19 as well. And then we can just stash him on our bench. I don't think we'll really need him after that. And then I guess with this, we need to pick a middle player. So I've spent even less time thinking about this, if I'm being completely honest. Or we could get an edge player, I suppose, as well, because we can slide Hopgood up. So let's have a look at the middle options anyway. So it looks like a lot of the top options are on bye this week, or in Madison's case, is injured. So Nat Butcher seems to be the top option. Not too keen on him, if I'm being honest. Josh King, so these sort of middling type players. Ruben Cotter will be playing Origin. Paolo will be playing Origin. Max King has sort of dropped in form a bit. So yeah, I think that's our form. 3-round average of 33. It's not what we want. Tavita Pangai provides a bit of flexibility for us, perhaps, but I guess that sort of high risk, high reward style scoring is more for our what's the word? The super coach scoring. I couldn't remember the super coach. Excuse me. So looking at the middles, there's no one I'm particularly interested in at the moment. So we'll have a look more at the edge options. So obviously, Feta would be the target. Nicola and Bateman, I think, would both be good options. But ideally, I want someone who is going to play around 17. Because just having a quick look through my team, there's a lot of blue and white. And I guess also the Sharks and the Tigers in the form of Buller. So we could potentially be a bit short in round 17. But is it worth it to get an extra score this round? Perhaps. Olaquatu is named at 19 for the. Oh no, sorry, no, he's not. That was Kyle Matangi, the other long second rower name. Maybe Olaquatu, Cardi, made 300k. That would have been nice to have in your skyrocket. Liam Martin playing Origin. Yeah, and then again, we're not getting to the very exciting picks there, are we? Tupanua, how's his form? Patolo on the edge, that's interesting. Definitely more of a middle forward, but there we go. Yeah, after that we're starting to scrape the barrel quite a bit, aren't we? Yeah, so it's a bit of a tricky one because we want him to be a keeper, so that's why I guess we're leaning here. These guys, they're definitely the ones to target, but it is going to cost us in round um, 17. Alright, maybe we just fully send it, get Nicola in, confirm the trade. So that gives us 13 this week. Just do the switcheroos there with Hopgood, Yo, and then obviously Simpkin for Grant. So I've still got a few hundred K to spend, so that will help us get Nathan Cleary back once he's ready to go. That's one trade burnt. And then we might have to let Fafita go. Not ideal. So I guess the plan going forward, if you can even call it that, so 13 this week. So next week we'll be missing how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're only going to have 14 available to play. I'm going to have to trade out. Probably might have to cash out Edwards, Alamotti, see what we can get. Kiraz. I guess, it's that balancing act because we do want them available again in round 19. So, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's actually 13. And that's assuming everyone else plays. Ugh, scary. Alright, well, it is what it is. I think it's, yeah, this isn't the one we're overly concerned about. It's more a bit of fun, so let's have some fun with it. Alright, so captain, vice captain. I think, yeah, Hines is captain. It's going to be the same across the board, unfortunately. Or fortunately. And I guess we can include Matty Burton in the conversation too, since we can't really loophole. Alright, so yeah, we'll try and jump some ranks this round, cop our medicine in round 17, and then we'll go from there. In terms of Sportsdeck team, so 1,092, which was a slight uptick in the rank. We're still just outside the top 100, but we'll get back there. It could even be as soon as this week. So Jerry Marshall King with a 13, shoulder injury, so it might be a good time to get out of that pick. Payne Haas with the 86, that's weapon. Harry Grant 93. So I guess I've talked about a few of these guys already, but Big Tino with the 65, that's very solid. We like to see that. Joe Tarpany with the 46. That's okay. It's not fantastic. Olaquatu with the 60 is a nice return for him. Lemuelu, I think we talked about him before, but 43. These guys we've talked about. These guys we've talked about. Olawapu with a 43. So obviously had that really nice run where he broke tackles for fun and then just put Matty Burton shot out of a cannon straight through the hole. Ruben Garrick with a 121 in this format. That's one of the biggest scores I think I've seen all season. Joey Manu with a 24 though was a bit flat. Probably should have had Kiraz in over him, but that's fine. And then Isako with a 46. Ponga with a 73. Not on the field was a bit annoying, but that's all right. We'll handle that. So in terms of, I guess, how we shape up here, got Edwards and Fainu available. So we'll get them on field. Same deal with Hopgood, Preston. Yeah, so it's top 13 in this format too, isn't it? Got all four halves, which is pretty handy. Gives us a couple of options. We've got Kalen Ponga, definitely bring him in. Got 4 centres as well. I've just realised I've actually got 16. So might have to do some more research on Marshall King and how his shoulder's looking, whether it's a multi-week thing. I guess the fact that he missed a game, then came back in and got injured, makes me think that it's a bit more long term. So we'll make the move and then we'll reassess. But the smart money, if you're looking for a second hooker that's going to sort of be a season-long keeper, it's got to be Reed Marnie. But what that does potentially leave us with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So missing 9 players next week with the round 17 bye. So it's not too bad actually. That means we've got 16. We're not carrying any sort of scrubs or anything like that. That will let us down. Just double check out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, 9. Yep, cool. So we can easily fix that with a trade or two next week. So probably think it's worth the trade to Reed Marnie this week. Gives us 17, which is pretty cool. But oh yeah, because I was like, how did Fino end up with VC? But I swapped him for Tino. So that's not really the right way to use the loophole, is it? Do we go Ponga or Buller? They've been the two popular. I just realised we don't have turbo, so we only have 16. There you go. Stitch myself up with Tommy Turbo there, but that's fine. Who plays first? Oh, 3 o'clock. So the day game, I think, might just push Ponga over the line here. That pick. Yeah. So, yeah, the Bulldogs play last, so that's fine. Do we? Schuster can start a bench. Birdo's a starter. Who cares? And the rest of that is all pretty much set and forget. All right, but yeah, I guess we'll wrap up the video there. If you've got any thoughts about either of the teams and trades and the like, feel free to comment. If you're enjoying this type of content in particular, please like the videos, subscribe to the channel to get updates and notifications around all the other content that we're churning out. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.